It's time to solve number 56. So here we have two rook, a queen, and a knight. And the opponent have two rook, a bishop, and a queen. So previously they took our bishop. Okay, so our knight is hanging at the moment, and there's no immediate threat to our king. Now, what threats do we have? Well, we could move our queen here, but then the opponent is gonna push the pawn and kick our queen back. And then our knight is stranded behind enemy's line. We could also do a check here, but then the opponent is gonna push the pawn here, and we could swing to one of these squares here, but we're gonna lose our knights again. We could double up on this pawn, but then our knight is gonna hang again. What are opponent's weaknesses? For one thing, this king is not castled, so it will take about 1 and 2 move until he castled. So we need to exploit that immediately. We could try to attack the queen, but the queen can just go here, and this is a queen trade, and it's a pretty balanced position, and I don't really think that's a solution. Now, what are our active pieces? So our knight is our active piece, our queen and the rook is our most active piece. So let's see if we can involve them in the puzzles. One thing I see is that this pawn is a weakness. So if our queen go here, it's attacking this pawn. It's also attacking this pawn, so it's double weakness. And you might say, hey, but we're hanging our knight. Sure, but we could go here and give a check. And the opponent cannot go into one of these three squares. So this is a forcing move. Now, there is a cool idea where if our queen is already here and they already took our knight, we could have just check the king and take the rook, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So this seems like the right idea to start with. So let's say we go here and they take, we take, opponent's king go here. Now, remember how I said previously that this is a potential active piece? So one of the most powerful things in chess is doubling up the queen and the rook together. So we could potentially take this pawn, attacking the second most valuable piece on the opponent's side. The opponent cannot go here with the queen, here with the, actually they can go here with the queen, but then we can just rip our queen in and checkmate. It's checkmate? No, it's not checkmate. But if the opponent's queen is here on c7, our queen moving to e8 is checkmate. So let's say the opponent moved to d6. What's our next plan? We could still swoop into e8. The opponent's king can move to c7 and then we'll strip the rook. That seems to be a good idea. So let's say we go here, and let's say we change the move order around. Let's say the opponent decides to protect this pawn, and using this bishop to come here as a shield for the king. So we go here, he go here, and we go here, and because we cover this free square with our queen, and the knight cover this dark square, Now, what can they do? They probably develop the bishop. But our queen is in the center, so that means they can't castle still. Not so easy. He check. Opponent's bishop go here. We take the bishop, and if our knight move, it's a check. So let's say they take with the queen. We can now swing over to where the knight is, c6, and now we have a double attack between the king and the rook, and we're winning the rook. And this pawn is still hanging, which our rook can take if the king doesn't move. Basically, the king have to move because it's a check. King high in the corner. We take the rook and we up materials. Well, not material, but we up values. So let's calculate other lines. Let's say we go here. Let's say the queen go here. We take this, attacking the rook. The rook cannot go here or here because our queen and the knight defend these squares. And we're still up because we took a pawn and we're gonna take the rook with something. So we go here, and the opponent decided to go here. We can still take this pawn, and the same tactics apply. We go here, opponent go here. We check. Opponent defend, this is checkmate. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, so queen to b3. That seems to be the right move, and we lost our knight. And as planned, we need to go here and check the king so that he go over here. Then we attack the queen. And depending on where the queen go, we either checkmate or win the rook. But the plan is still this square for the queen, for our queen. So go here. And it's the better move. If we take the queen, the bishop take. That's a bad idea. So this was the whole plan all along. So we did continue our plan. The rook cannot do any damage to the king, so it only makes sense to just take the rook. Just looking at it one more time. Even if our queen go here, the king escape. Doesn't make sense to do that. So let's just take the rook. And that's how you solve puzzle number 56.